Hey guys, so we're back in the kitchen with Chef Dan. And we also have sous chef Fergus down there. I don't know what he's doing. Looks like he's cleaning the kitchen. Good job, buddy. Alright, so Chef Dan, tell us what we're doing tonight.
So tonight, we're feeding you trash. Garbage. The worst thing that anyone could possibly put in their mouth, right? At least that's what some people think. Tonight, we're going to prepare the bluefish that we filleted earlier. And we're going to show you how a bluefish fillet can be a delicious addition to your table.
Awesome. So what do we got in store?
All right, so we're going to do kind of a lemon type thing with it, just to give it some flavor. We got some Dijon mustard we're going to use as a base. We've just got several things we're going to throw together to kind of give it some flavor. We'll marinate it for about 15 minutes, and then we're actually going to grill this, which a lot of people don't think you can grill bluefish. We're going to show you that you can do that as well. So we're going to start working on that momentarily.
Awesome.
All right, guys, so the first thing we're going to do is get some zest of a lemon going on in here. That's always wonderful to have. But since we're also going to juice this thing, I'm going to roll this lemon a little bit on the countertop just to loosen it up a little. So when we go to juice it, it's going to be nice and squishy. All right, so this is very simple. It's just the zest. We're going to go in here with a microplaner. We don't need a ton of it, but it's going to add a nice flavor to it. So we're just going to go in here and kind of work our way around this lemon. This is also a great way to start making limoncello if you want. So that can be another recipe for a very long night. All right. So I'm happy with that. That gives us a nice little something there. We're going to clean off the back of our microplaner. Just get our zest in there. All right. Next, we're going to do about 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. I'm just going to eyeball this. It looks to be about 2, so I'm happy with that. Now we're going to do some lemon olive oil. This is actually from Un Bella Salute over in Berlin. If you haven't been over there, definitely worth stopping. Amazing balsamics and oil store right on the main street in Berlin. About 2 tablespoons of that. It's going to get us going. And then we want to do the juice of 1 whole lemon. So we're going to go ahead and split this guy. I got my lemon squisher here. We're going to see how well that works for us. Not too bad. So there's 1/2. And then we'll go ahead and we'll squeeze out the other half. Alright. Whoop!
Sweet.
Innocent bystander damage.
You got me and sous chef Fergus wet.
Yeah, well, lemons will do that. Alright, so, don't mind me, I'm just getting the seed out. So to this, we're going to add a little bit of honey, just to give a little sweetness to it. Who doesn't love honey mustard, right? So we'll drop in, maybe about a teaspoon to a tablespoon in there. We're feeling generous. Alright. To that, we're going to add a little garlic. Since it's granulated garlic, we're going to go in with maybe 1/2 teaspoon. We don't have to get crazy with it. We'll have plenty of flavor on that. And then we're going to throw some thyme leaves in. Now, if you have ground thyme, you can use that. Thyme leaves will also give you a good flavor. We're just going to go in with some of those.
And there's plenty of time for seasoning.
Plenty of time for seasoning. And if you have fresh thyme, then absolutely feel free to use it, but who's got time for that? Alright, so we're going to take this and just work this into a nice little marinade here. You can see we're going to work that up until it all kind of creams together. You can see how that makes that nice kind of syrupy paste out of it. Alright. So now what we want to do is we're going to coat our fish in that, put it in a bag and let it sit for about 15 minutes. So I'm going to start with our biggest piece. This is our full fillet. Remember, this is the one we left some of the bloodline in, because we're going to test and see just how that tastes with the bloodline in. So just put it in there. We're going to get it in that marinade. Get everything nice and coated. And straight in our bag here. And then these are the smaller strip pieces we cut off of our other fillet, so we're going to do the same thing with that. Get them coated in the marinade. Throw them in our bag. And guys, this one is a perfect example of why you want to do bluefish when it's cold. Get it cold before you fillet. Ours was a little on the warm side, and you can see the cut wasn't exactly the cleanest thing ever, but it's still going to eat good. All right, so we got those in there. You can throw out the rest of this marinade. We're going to wash up, seal this up, let it sit for about 15 minutes, and we're going to start warming up the grill to about a medium-high heat. Hey guys, welcome to the back porch. The Weber is ready to go. So we have preheated this thing to a pretty high heat, and you want to make sure that the grates have a chance to heat for a while. I've also then gone ahead and oiled these things, so I just use a spray oil. You can buy it anywhere for grills. You can also take a paper towel soaked in a good oil and rub it on the grates, whatever works for you. But that's the base there. Our fishy has been hanging out, and it looks pretty awesome. I like that marinade, it's looking really good. So this part's pretty simple. We're just going to take them out of the bag with some tongs, throw them right on the grill. We're going to let these guys go on this grill for probably about maybe 2 to 3 minutes a side. They don't have to go real long for these smaller pieces. That bigger fillet, we might have him hang out a little bit longer though. I want to make sure he's good and coated. All right. That's a pretty looking piece of fish, guys. I like it. All right, so we're gonna let this thing just go ahead and do its thing for a little bit. All right, so 3 minutes, we're gonna come back out, flip these things over, see what they look like, and figure out how long we're gonna give them on the other side. All right, guys, it's been about 3 minutes or so. So you can see the fish is looking pretty good. So we're gonna go ahead and try to flip this now a little bit. She's soft, so you gotta be gentle. These little pieces are gonna have a mind of their own, unfortunately. But good grill marks on there, I'll take that. Now this bigger piece, hopefully we can get this thing to do its thing without too much hassle. And we're losing some fish. We're losing our bluefish.
It's going down.
It's going down. Well, we're gonna let that cook for a few more minutes, get it off of there, retrieve what we can, and go from there.
And now we'll have a smoke flavor.
All right, guys, it's been a couple extra minutes. We're gonna pull these things off of here as best we can. But you can see we've got a really nice presentation. It's beautiful white meat when it's cooked. That coating is going to be really tasty on this fish. She did shred up a little bit on us, I'm going to be honest. And that's why one of the things you can do with this, if you want to grill it like this, when you fillet it, you can simply scale it and leave the skin on. When you're cooking it on the stove or the grill like this, it's going to cook off that bloodline to a point where you won't even taste it. So, all right, we'll let that finish burning itself off. We're going to go in. We're going to try this. See how it is. All right, guys, we're in the kitchen. So I'm going to top these off. This is Herbes de Provence. I like it because it's a really good name. Anyway, I'm going to sprinkle just a little bit over here just to give a little extra flavor to these guys. You don't need much. And you can do this with any kind of mix. You can do this with fresh chopped parsley. Just a little something to give it a little extra flavor. But this is what the final product looks like. Again, had we left it on the skin, it would have been together a little more, but it still looks and smells delicious. I wish you had smell-o-vision on this one. But you can see it's just beautiful fish. It separates out into just fantastic meat. So let's go ahead and try this thing. See how that marinade tastes on this fish. Wow. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. That marinade was kind of a shot in the dark. I wasn't entirely sure about it, but it's gonna become a regular rotation. That's pretty darn good. So guys, bluefish, don't be afraid of it. It's delicious. You can turn this into a meal that your whole family will crave over and over again, and you don't have to just smoke the thing. So don't be afraid. Find some recipes you like online. Feel free to use this one. Remember, bluefish isn't trash, unless you're just throwing out what's left of it. All right, guys. Have a great day. Greetings from the kitchen. All right, now obviously we have to know what Sous Chef Fergus thinks of this. Ferg, this is called bluefish. What do you think, buddy?
And it's gone.
He's looking for more. I think that means it's a good thing. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it, Chef Dan. And as always, guys, please remember to like, share, subscribe. Help us grow the channel so we can provide more content for you.